That's cool. That's cool. I'm ready.
We are back here on our big broadcast. We are coast to coast. We are border to border on iHeartRadio today, also kjagradio.com. We have got a great guest with us today. Giovanni, go ahead and give us a brief introduction on yourself, my friend. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Hi there. My name is Giovanni. That's right. Well, my artist name is Gigi Ryder, and I've been into music for whole my life, working 360 degrees, just about around every part of the music industry. But recently, I started playing, writing my songs again, and playing my acoustic guitar, and great songs were coming from me, and I could really feel it this time. So I decided to, why not just put out a record? And even though I've been, writing songs all my life, I've never actually had the feeling that the timing was right. But this time, I feel it. I feel it definitely. So yeah, here goes in. At the 25th of February, I'm releasing an album with 11 songs that I wrote, and all written in my home and recorded in my home studio back in Copenhagen, Denmark. And that is in Europe, up in Scandinavia, far away from the United States of America. But I'm greatly influenced by all American music. All the great heroes that I have in my musical life are all Americans, and you can probably hear it as well on my accent. I have been staying over there for like a period of 3 months way back when. Actually, that was in Omaha, Nebraska, and also in Washington, D.C. And every once in a while, when I go back to either New York or wherever it is that I visit, I just got that same feeling, that sensation that awoke in me when I was a teenager, when I was in America the first time. I just feel that I connect with that country. I connect with that music. I connect with the native souls of America. So that's where all my music comes from, and that's where it's heading as well. Obviously, since you guys are calling me up and want to have a talk, that's great.
Well, you have got some incredible music here. We are going to play some of your music here in just a few. Gigi Ryder with us today. He joins us live here on our big program. So, you have been doing this music thing for a heck of a long time. Tell us a little bit about how you got started doing music.
Well, that's a funny story. I found an old guitar up in the attic, and it was my father's old guitar. He didn't play it. I don't know why he had that guitar. And I think the strings were like 1 inch from the fretboard, because it was broken. And you can't play a guitar with strings like 1 inch from the fretboard. But I tried, and I felt music was coming from it. And after playing it a few months, I decided to buy my own real great guitar. And actually, that guitar was bought when I was 13, and that's a whole lifetime ago. And I just sold that guitar last year because I thought I need to sell some of the old stuff in order to get some new stuff. But imagine to have carried that one particularly old guitar with me for like it must be 40 years or so.
Wow.
And when I decided to sell it, it was 10 times more worth at the selling time than when I bought it.
Holy smokes, really?
Yeah, and I've written a hell of a lot of songs on that guitar. But I just started, and from the first day I had my own guitar, I think I wrote my first song. And then I went and introduced my first song to my mom, and she was like all parents should do, doing like this and saying, "Well, that's great, son. Just keep on." And it wasn't great, but I just had so
it wasn't great. That's awesome.
no, I just had so much energy for songwriting from the very beginning, and it's stuck to me ever since. And every once in a while, I slide. I mean, we all do that in our life. So things get bored, and you put your guitar over there, and you take your Harley Davidson out of your garage, and you start writing your big thing instead of writing songs, and you do that for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden that bores you too. So you got to find your old guitar, and you got to start writing again. And that's actually what happened to me for like 5-6 years ago, where I've been away from writing songs for a very long time. But then I found the great love and fascination of having all these lyrics and chords and melodies and harmonies, and there was stacking up, and just like ammo, just trying to get out of the gun. So I've been writing songs for like 5 or 6 years now, and it's like I could have released an album, 2 albums a year since 2015, but I haven't done that because
Wow.
I just didn't feel ready. But this time I'm ready, and I'm gonna give it a go. And this is gonna be my first album, first song released in my own name, or what do you say? I've been writing songs with other artists, and never having a need to mention my name, or being the limelight or anything like that. It was just like co-writing for people. But now I'm ready to just let it all out.
Fantastic. Well, tell us about Of All the Lonely Wolves. We're going to play that here in a few moments.
Yeah. What do you want to know?
Well, how did the song come together? Give us a little bit of a history on it. Just give us an overall so we can play it here, my friend.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Well, soundscapes are are my great inspiration. So if a soundscape, like it could be a Western movie I've been watching. If a certain soundscape, it could be a banjo, it could be a background noise, or whatever the soundscape is, can make a setting in my head for a song. And this particular song, Of All the Lonely Wolves, when I started writing on that one, I had this feeling that I was actually horseback riding. I don't know why, but that was just the feeling that I had when I did the strumming on my guitar. And I felt that native stuff again that I do every once in a while when I write songs. I don't know where it comes from, but I just connect with the soil and the ground and stuff like that, and the earth and the stones and the mountains. And all of a sudden I had this what do you call it, poetic saying, which was the name of turned out to be the name of the song, Of All the Lonely Wolves. And then the next sentence could be that I've ever known. It's obviously a love song. Many of my songs are love songs, actually. Very basic love songs. The theme is very, very basic and simple, but I try to do my poetry in my own peculiar way. So it's all my songs are like about broken hearts and empty bottles, basically. And if I want to turn it around every once in a while, they're all about broken bottles and empty hearts. So so it evolves around love and the earth, and my big fascination of the big wide open. So I use nature. So the wolf here, the lonely wolf, is both me, and it's also a girl that I used to love in my old town.
Okay.
And it could also be some kind of a drug that you miss. Not a real drug, but love is a drug. So
well, fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah.
We are going to do this. We are going to place you on a brief hold here on Skype, and we are going to play Of all the lonely wolves, it's G.G. Ryder, and it's here on the big broadcast. Back here in a few moments.
Down by the river, there's a wolf that cries at night. He shouts out in the nighttime when the moon is shining bright. She helps me through the night like it was a whiskey from the jar. She's a giving me life. She's a giving me life. Down with a high.
Of all the lonely wolves, a fantastic track, G.G. Ryder, here on your big program here on kjagradio.com. It's G.G. Ryder, and G.G. Ryder is back with us here on Skype. He is fantastic. That was Of All the Lonely Wolves, and he joins us today here on our big broadcast. So, G.G., you've got some incredible music out there. How do people buy your music and consume your music online?
Well, all the streaming services actually could provide with my music, but you got to remember I've only got one song out right now, and that's the one you just played. But 25th of February, that's coming up in a couple of weeks. I have a whole album out called The Darkness Under My Head. So
it is fantastic. I am looking forward to to the music. Tell me about your writing process for your music.
Yeah. Well, it's like I mentioned before. Sometimes I get inspired by a soundscape, and other times it's like it could be the name of the song. The name of the song coming up. So I just puzzle with the words, and then I grab my guitar, and it all it evolves actually at the same time. The melody, the harmonies, and the lyric. I don't write the music before the lyrics. I don't write the lyric before the music. I do it all at the same time. So it's like it's like a jigsaw puzzle with a lot of bricks in play at the same time.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, you are amazing, my friend. I look forward to chatting with you more in the future. Thanks for doing this, and we will talk to you soon. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you, Gigi.
Looking forward to it. It's been a pleasure, James.
Appreciate it, my friend. There he
the
goes.
Jiggy Jaguar rules. The Jiggy Jaguar rules.
Thank you, Gigi. Have yourself a wonderful day, sir. There he goes. That is Gigi.